Whoa! What's happening, sexy ninja peoples? Sean Caspian coming at you for another daily vlog. It is Monday, and I believe it is April the 6th. Holy crap, what is up with that? That's crazy. Let's jump right into it for the daily vlog. Sorry about the lighting situation here. It's a little crazy. This is just out of my car. It's like late at night because I work for a living and do all that kind of thing. This is literally the only minute I've had to do this all day long. So let's just jump right into it. What I wanted to talk about today is kind of a little bit for the techie geeks. So Adobe has announced that they are going full cloud with their Creative Suite services. That's, for anybody that doesn't know, that is Photoshop, that's Illustrator, that's all those things, InDesign, all that stuff, all that fun suite of software that everybody's so familiar with, particularly Photoshop. That is going to a cloud-based subscription model. So what does that mean? So it's like $50 a year and you, or excuse me, $50 a month, and you get access to the entire Creative Suite library. So stuff that you've never even heard of, and it's updated on a regular basis. So you do not have to buy any of Adobe's updates as they come out. So for instance, CS6 is the current deal right now. CS7 will be out before we know it. So you do not have to buy those updates anymore. You pay your monthly fee and you get those upgrades automatically. So the full suite, the full package, the whole deal. So the reason why I wanted to talk about it, though, is because it's kind of interesting reading a little bit on the forums where people are talking about it. Everybody's really, really mad about this whole thing. And I think it's kind of funny. I think it's really interesting because Photoshop in particular is the most pirated software ever. So hardly any people that are using this stuff have actually, in fact, ever paid for it. They've gotten it off a buddy, they've gotten it off of a work deal or something of the like. Nobody has paid for the software, but you read through and everybody's super, super angry, like, Adobe, you guys are just like after our money and stuff. Like, well, no kidding, guys. I mean, they've never gotten any from you. I'm certain that these are the exact same people that have pirated the software for years and everything else. And you know what? I'm actually not even knocking on people for doing that or whatever. I get the reasons behind that. It's totally fine. It's not something I really want to get into on that side of the debate. What I'm getting into is that Adobe has finally created something that's affordable and doable for most people if you really think about it. Like you say, oh, $50 a month, that's horribly expensive. Not really. Not for what you get. When you consider, you go online right now and check out Adobe CS6, that thing runs $2,100 as a software package. Holy crap! Like, no wonder people are, kind of apt to steal it a little bit. Like, I get that. That kind of makes sense on some level, right? So they're breaking it down and making it accessible. Instead of having to fork over $2,100 or any reasonable fraction of that because you're doing an upgrade or something, it's $50 a month, and you get upgrades forever. So you get everything that Adobe ever offers. It just comes to you and you just have access to it all the time. The gripes that it is going to require you to be online all the time, not valid. You do have to be online at least once so that it can talk to their servers within their billing cycle and all that stuff, but you do not have to have a perpetually online deal. We're not dealing with EA here, guys, okay? If you know what I mean. So, anyway, I just think it's really interesting that all the people that are complaining about this are almost certainly the ones who have never paid for it. And I just think it's kind of indicative of where we are as a society. It's like this horrible entitlement sort of thing. Like, people owe you something. Like, Adobe doesn't owe anybody crap. Okay, technically, we probably all owe Adobe for like 15 years of software usage here. Okay, so it's just kind of interesting. It's like, you want to talk like healthcare and stuff. It's like people complain about the Obamacare and this and that. And I'm not saying it's good or bad or either or. I'm saying it's something, and people have complained for years and years and years about, like, there not being anything. But yes, you do have to contribute a little bit to make this whole thing work. We could get into the ins and outs of that, Medicare didn't work, and Medicaid, and Social Security, and all that stuff. I get it. Trust me, I understand. I am in that age group that will never see any benefit from any of it. However, you do have to give something to get something. That's all I'm saying. And I think What Adobe's asking of people is pretty reasonable. $50 a month for that entire software package. 50 times 12, guys, that's $600 for the year. So even if Adobe released a brand new software suite, even only every 2 years, which sometimes it's quicker than that. Even if it's just every 2 years, I mean that you're going to be paying, what is that, $1,200 over the 2 years versus, $2,100 outright, or at least that much money, at least the $1,200 to do, upgrades over those 2 years for various software packages and whatnot. I'm just saying, simmer down a little bit. It's okay, and them requiring it is well within their scope, well within their bounds. It's totally reasonable, guys. $50 a month, not a big deal. Just think a little bit before you start complaining. That's all I'm saying, really. You got to give a little to get a little. So awesome. That is today's vlog. I hope you had a good time and enjoyed. Let me know in the comments what you think. I really, really enjoy those. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Sean Caspian. Tune in every single weekday for a new vlog, and Thursdays and Saturdays on my main channel, The Sean Caspian, for new comedy shows and random madness. Thank you so much. I love you, every one of you. Arigato, ogoshimashita.